Chance is getting ready to marry his fiancée, Kirsten Corley. But when it comes to the couple's 3-year-old daughter, Kinsley, they're leaving nothing to chance. According to the blast, the couple recently went back to court to modify their custody and child support agreement before they actually walked down the aisle. It looks like the couple who have butted heads in the past over their daughter are now on the same page in terms of what's in the best interest of Kinsley, and want to make sure an agreement is set in stone before they say I do. So basically, if God forbid the marriage were to end, they have a sort of child prenup in place that they've both previously agreed upon. So ladies, we always hear about couples getting prenups done before marriage, but what do you think about having one done in regard for a child?
I think it is the most genius concept ever.
I agree.
And I don't have children, but I have been divorced. And when it comes to all the decisions that happen after your emotions are detached, everything is different. And so when you can actually make solid, responsible, mature decisions to take care of each other, when the love is still there, that's the way it should also end. So I think this is genius.
I love it. I also think they need the other kind of prenup too.
Yeah, the post-nup.
I just feel like
or the prenup
they need to make sure that they have that. Just as they, first of all, kids are supposed to come first when you have a kid, so I understand that and I support that 100%. But like you said, sometimes when stuff goes awry, people start turning real nasty towards each other. So I think that they should, while they love each other, figure out what they want to do for each other as well. That's what I think.
I think it's interesting that everyone's saying while they love each other. Now,
well, Adrian, we've seen things.
No, I know, but I actually think that there's like one that's way left and there's one that's way right.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even think that when you're madly in love, you can actually make poor decisions then as well. So I actually think that they should have a mediator either way. And I think even now that they're head over heels so madly in love with each other, they should still have someone that can think straight for the both of them.
Oh, you're saying they might give too much?
Exactly.
Oh,
They'll be like, no, I
you.
love you so much. Here's all my publishing for forever. Hold on a second. Like, you sometimes can make just as poor decisions when you're too madly in love.
That's a good point.
So I think having somebody there that can think reasonably is important.
Lonnie,
Lonnie, look at her face.
What do you think?
Well, I think they know each other more than the public does. So I think they know how they act and how they respond because they've gone through this before.
Right.
So if they don't want to deal with any unnecessary stress afterwards, I think there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, protecting your family, and protecting your child.
Yeah.
So I don't.
That's actually a good point, Tamara, because if they knew that they butted heads
Before
about the child and they're deciding to make a prenup, they
Yeah.
choose to do it for the child, and they know that together they're not going to butt heads.
Yes.
Got it. I got it.
It would just be such a different narrative for divorces because, let's be honest, half of marriages end up in divorces. I'm rounding up, but it's about that. Can you imagine what it would look like if marriages, before they said I do, they actually sat down and sculpted out what it would look like if things didn't work out, and you had to stick to that contractually. Let's say with the mediator and everything, you would just hear so much less about
people act differently.
divorces.
You know what I mean? People act
crazy.
differently when things don't work out. They act crazy sometimes. So
I have a different feeling because it's
child?
human being.
Okay.
Money is different. So a prenup, but a child is different, and I think after you get married, things might happen.
Or change.
Okay. And I would not. Things could happen, and I'm not talking about them. So don't at me about that. I'm saying that anything could happen, and I think with children it's different because those are human beings, and I think that you should wait. To me, if it's a marriage contract, why are we getting in all these separate? Everything should be all inclusive. It's a marriage contract. That's what I thought marriage contracts was for.
So we're saying no prenup, no postnup, nothing?
I mean,
I think what she's saying, basically what you're saying is, so say in the prenup it says that the woman can spend, the mom can spend more time with the child. But sometimes things change within a marriage. Maybe the mom goes a little bit cray-cray, and then that prenup said, now the mom is with that child. And then now you've got to change it.
That's why I'm like, I think with children, you never know what's going to happen. There are a lot of things that have happened that I've noticed, and it's like sometimes money, that's something totally different. Protect your money, protect what's yours, protect your kids too. But people change in marriages, and things happen, and you don't know. And then you just I don't like humans being part of that. I like just
shouldn't be part of a contract. I get that.
Lonnie.
Yes, I see that. Just do whatever actually is best for the children. Don't stick to what you wrote in the contract if it's not best for the child.
Yeah.